Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Prayer for Peace at Kardec Radio. I'm Alba Morales from Annapolis, Maryland. And we want to invite you all to do the initial prayer, the centering prayer, so we can connect better with the eternal source of love. We invite you to close your eyes and breathe. And feel the loving and kind embrace of your guardian angel or your spiritual mentor, your spiritual guide. Dear Jesus, role and model for the humanity, thank you for providing us with this opportunity of gathering here together in your name. We ask you for your protection and your guidance. And also we ask you that we open up ourselves to receive the teachings and the good energy from this prayer. May this moment of prayer also be useful for our brothers and sisters that are in great suffering. Thank you, and so be it. Hello, friends. So we are reading the book Happy Life, as you already know, and we are going to read chapter 115 from the spirit author Joanna de Angelis through the mediumistic hands of Divaldo P, Franco. Chapter 115 says, discipline your will so as not to succumb to irresponsibility. So it seems like a discipline is the counter value of irresponsibility. And how we gain discipline? By practicing that, by putting ourselves on the task. She's going to say later, start small, maintaining order and efficiency in each endeavor, in everything that we do. At home, with our home chores, with the responsibilities that we have with our family, at work, with our community. And we start with something. If we are not disciplined, which is very rare that we are not disciplined at all, we already have some habits, and we don't realize that were created by ourselves previously in this lifetime, in other lifetime, and it comes like a natural situation to do. Well, it's very natural, that I don't know, I wake up, I do my prayer, and then I brush my teeth, and then I put, I start making coffee, and then I go to the shower. This is a routine, but it's also giving us the direction of how our day is going to start. Is setting the tone for our day, right? So if we let a 4-year-old child to take care of his or her morning, it will be complicated. We as an adults, we need to set a routine for them. And they don't want to do it, and they don't want to get out of bed or brush their teeth or etc. It's part of the training of getting into the habits, the routine, and the discipline. But she's saying we need to go further. So start small. When you have a lot to do, who doesn't? Don't waste time deciding how to begin. When we start procrastinating, because we know that the to-do list is infinite. So as a natural reaction, we avoid it. We do some other things that are not part of the to-do list, and then everything is cramped together and we have more and more things to do. So she said, don't waste time. Don't do it. Start with the closest task and then move on to the next. And so on until you have finished them all. We were thinking in this motivator whose name escapes right now. He is originally from Colombia. His father is Japanese. His mother is Colombian. So he grew up until 12, 13 years in Colombia, and then they moved to Japan. So he got to see, to compare the two cultures. And one of the things that he learned in Japan is about discipline. And he said that he learned from a teacher that as soon, like you say, oh, I need to do my grocery list, either pen and paper or on your iPhone, but I need to do my grocery list. You have 1 minute to do that task. In the sense like you are telling your brain, this is something that we're going to do, we need to do. And in that time, the lapse of time, we need to start doing it. So the brain is going to respond and do it. If we wait a little bit more, then we start thinking, putting our attention somewhere else, and we start procrastinating. So we do it as soon as possible, starting with the closest task or the simplest one and going one after another. Unless you take the first step, you will never reach the end. Isn't that true? There is a saying, and we're paraphrasing, we don't remember the saying, but it's something like if you're going to walk 500 miles, you need to start with the first step in order for us to do a second and third. But if we don't do that, the very first, we don't overcome that obstacle, we'll never see the end. We'll never see what is awaiting us and in that goal, right? A lecture begins with the first word. Discipline is behind the success of all great achievements. They're achievements of the spirit. And if we haven't started yet, we can start cultivating those achievements. Being more tolerant, more indulgent, forgiving ourselves, forgiving others, being more kind, so on and so forth. But also, all of us, we have talents, skills that we are good at. It's a matter of discipline. If we want to write a book, we start by the first word. If we want to ride a bike and do a cycle around the city, we're trying to figure out what we want to do. We need to start with the first movement. So whatever we think we are not able to do it, sometimes that is not the truth. It is because we haven't applied ourselves to do it. And nowadays there are so many distractions in our very own hand. So we truly need to make a conscious effort to get to those goals and to get to that to-do list. Dear friends, the invitation for today is to reflect. No, we're sorry here. To reflect about our own habits and the goals that we want to achieve in our day-to-day life. Now, This moment for our prayer, we have the beautiful company of Kardec Radio Spirit Benefactors, the company of our spirit mentor or guide, the company of so many other spirit friends whose minds are alive, and we have one another through this screen. We all together say in one voice, Beloved Father, Mother God, we are happy. We are happy today even though we have been facing difficulties and obstacles, but we are happy because we got to this moment of nurturing our soul. We are happy because we are almost at the end of the week and we have our achievements. We know the efforts that we have been making through the week. So we are so very grateful and we are happy for that, for this reincarnation, for this blessed opportunity of transforming ourselves and become a better version of what we were in the past. Beloved Mother, Creator, Divine Intelligence, we are united today because this is a prayer for peace and how we need it. We need peace in our minds. We need peace in our spirit, serenity and balance. So life will be easier somehow because we are not stressed. We are not in the sense of anxiety. So help us to balance our mind. And if it's needed, provide us with the resources that we need to help ourselves to bring our minds into balance and peace by reaching out, asking for help to professionals and therapists that are going to recommend us treatments or medicines or activities. We ask you, beloved Father, that your immense love embrace planet Earth, bringing peace in the family, bringing peace in cities and towns and villages, bringing peace and states in countries, in the whole planet. Dear Father, Mother God, help us to be co-creators of peace by bringing ourselves to states of serenity as much as possible, the better that we can, and by also being like ambassadors of peace in our very own homes, in our neighborhoods, in our workplace, wherever we go. Help us to see that little candle of peace that brings also hope and brings joy to others. We are co-creators, but also we are workers of the last hour. Bless us with your strength. Help us to be resilient in difficult times and help us to be grateful in all times, painful and joyful. May the peace of your heart be with us today and always, and so be it. Dear friends, we hope everybody is feeling better, re-energized to continue our Friday, and we invite you to reflect about those to-do lists and the discipline, how we're going to accomplish our goals in the day-to-day basis. All right? We wish you, all of you, a peaceful weekend. Bye.